Hey, hi, my name is Mrs. Rose, and I'm from Sendas Elementary School, 4th grade, and we've been using the Compass math program for about 2 weeks now, and my students love the program. They like the engagement, they like the fact that there's a leaderboard, and I asked them what's one of the things that you like the most, and they like the competition between each other. They like to be able to see their daily progress, and they can set their own goal, and they know that if coming into the class, if they're kind of having an off day, they'll set their goal a little bit lower. But if they know that they're ready to go, then they'll challenge themselves. So they can set their own internal challenge. They like the fact that we have a set class goal, and I think every single day that we have been doing this, we beat our class goal. We've been logging in every day and for about 15 to 20 minutes every day. And from that time, here comes another class going past.
It's all right.
Continuing, we moved because we were in a passing period, but I asked my students what they like most about this, and they like the fact that they can do their own competition or they can compete against other students. They like the fact that it starts off at a low level and the level increases, so they know that they're going to see problems in a variety of ways with a variable, and in my classroom that's the way that I teach them anyways, so that they always change their math problem to a word problem. So they were, first time they saw the words, they were like, Mrs. Rose, it has words in here. I said, yes, because math is words too. So they were real excited about that. I like the fact that even my lesser able students are having success. So my special ed students are, even though they're at the lower end of the goal, they know that they are looking to see those greens when they answer those questions, and their goal is to try and get as many greens as they can in that 1 minute. And when they increase with those number of greens, they know that they're doing better, so they can automatically see that they're doing better a little bit at a time. And so there's a lot of positives I've seen. I've used a lot of other math programs because I'm the technology lead for my grade level, and comparing this to quite a few of the other programs. The one thing that I like about this program versus the others is that we have another class walking past.
So they're going that way.
The other thing that I like that this program does is that it builds an understanding. It's not just going to throw them a program that a division program when they haven't had any introductory to it. So being able to be fluent in the addition and then moving to subtraction and then moving to multiplication and then division in that progression makes a lot more sense throughout that. And my kids are finding that those numbers and those problems make sense together. So do you have questions you want me to answer?
Yes, actually. So for your class, how important was it for everyone to make blue?
In the very beginning, once they saw how easy it was for them to reach blue if they focused, everybody wanted to be blue all the time. So I would have to say we have about a 95 percentile of every time we log on of every single student reaching blue. The ones that aren't are my students that are on my lower end, but now I would say if I walk back in the classroom right now where my kids are working, I would say probably almost 100% of my kids will be in blue within that 15-minute time frame. So they know what a realistic goal for them is now. And so my kids, when they start hitting their goal, we bump it up. So I don't want them to get comfortable being at that 400 range. I said, if you've been hit 400 consistently for 2 days, you're going to move it up 50 or 100 points. So they know that 2 days in a row of one goal, they're going to move up. So my kids are constantly challenged. So.
Well, that's great. So as we know, fluency requires volume of questions. So what have you seen is the amount of output the students have been done on a daily basis for 15 minutes?
My students have I have 29 students in my classroom, and we've consistently hit about 40,000 points in 15 to 20 minutes, which is doable for my class because we've been working on computer programs all year long. So one thing, they know where the numbers are keyboard-wise, so they don't have to really think about where those numbers to hunt and peck. They know where they're at. They are comfortable with the computers. I think at this point in the year, because we've only got 2 more school days left, they're pretty comfortable with their math fluency, and they're feeling really comfortable with this program. I would be interested in seeing where they would be as far as reaching the blue when they are up in the multiplication and division and the higher algebraic thinking. Because right now we're still in the basic fluency. So my kids are having a lot of success with basic fluency, and so they're really liking the program.
Mm-hmm.
So towards the end of the year, if I had been working on this all year long, I would be curious to see if they were still engaged towards the end of the year. And that would be one of my only questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what would the level of engagement be throughout the year if this was something I was doing on a consistent basis?
That's what we're all waiting to see.
But
All right.
so far, I think fluency-wise, being a math specialist, I think it's really important that students have fluency in their number sense, because that way you can teach them you can teach them the process once they become fluent. If they don't have good number sense and they are not comfortable with their number fluency, then understanding process is so much more difficult. So they don't have to think about being fluent in those numbers because they know it. It becomes automatic. What I always tell my students is practice makes permanent. It doesn't make perfect. So they're creating permanence in the brain by creating fluency. So.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what we strive for, is to create permanence.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's everything.